Joke shows how rusty we are.
Yeah, it's a good thing it didn't get recorded.
Right. No, we leave that out. Yeah. Well.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
yeah.
So are we trying not to cuss anymore? Is that still in place?
I don't know. It's
For
up to
just
you.
us, I feel like it's okay, right? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
okay.
Welcome back, everyone. We've been on a little bit of a vacation.
Rough start. Jacob has strep throat. Sorry,
Jacob
y'all.
has strep throat, so we're not having him. Yeah, and
Yeah.
and we've been so busy with life
Yes.
and show business
Yes.
that we haven't had time, quite
No.
honestly. And we have a banked episode, and I've refused to use it. So
Yeah.
that's how that goes.
It'll have relevant content from COVID-19.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like probably 3 months old now.
Okay. Yeah. It'd be kind of fun to just drop on them and give no context.
Mm-hmm.
Be like,
Yep.
yeah, this is our latest episode.
Yep. This is our latest recording. And then just like it's from December of
right.
2021.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Dude, time has been flying. How have you been?
Yeah. I've been okay. I don't want to go into personal life stuff, but
No, definitely
okay
don't.
is the audience doesn't need all that. My friends are like, you're not planning on getting lit tonight. I'm like, y'all know me? Like, I'm gonna get lit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
what
is
are
my
you
name
talking
Spencer?
about?
Like, what are we doing here? How have you been, babe? Like, what's new?
Oh God.
You
Let's
growing and
see.
showing?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of that.
Very nice, very nice.
I've been doing well. I was sick this past week, which was wonderful. So I had a lot of time to catch up on all my Netflix and Amazon Prime and
yeah,
all my series that I wanted to watch and all the useless stuff that I didn't want to watch. It was pretty good.
Yeah, do you do that too, where you'll watch like a very mediocre show and just have to finish it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're not kidding.
No, on Apple TV, I'm watching Tehran, and it's very mediocre. Very, very, very mediocre. Yeah, but I just keep plowing along.
Oh man, sometimes I hate watch something.
Yes.
Like there's a series on Netflix called Another Life, and it's like a sci-fi space thing. And it was I watched the first episode, and it was so bad that I was practically yelling at my phone. So I watched the whole first season.
Sure.
And then the second season came out, and I hate watched the whole second season because it was so bad.
Yes.
And I think they canceled it, but
it's unfortunate.
They should have canceled it after the first season. It was going nowhere, and it was a terrible show. But yeah, they kept going.
Shout out Netflix for that. Yeah.
I watched something on Amazon today called End Times, and it was like a Christian documentary.
Was it good?
No, it was awful. It was about the end times and the prophecies and everything, and it basically like 10 minutes in becomes about Israel and like just about Israel, and then
like modern Israel, the opposite of end times. Yeah,
well, like how the prophecy is that Israel has to like become a thing, and then it will trigger end times. And
do you think it means Israel will be like Nazi Germany and conquer the world and everything will be Israel? Is that accurate? No,
I think what these people mean is that the nation of Israel will be sovereign, or will become a Jewish state, and then they'll rebuild the temple, and that will trigger the end times.
So it's not a Jewish state right now.
I don't know if it's already happened.
Okay.
And it's just it's starting, and now it's becoming a thing.
Sure. Maybe we're in the end times right now.
I mean, they did say that, and this was in 2006.
Right.
So it's anyone's guess. But they actually said that the Antichrist is going to demolish the Temple of the Rock, or what's it called? The what's the Muslim name for it?
I know what you're
Dome of the Rock.
The place they all visit. I think I know the place's name. Where's that at? Mecca? No,
in Jerusalem.
Oh, it's in Jerusalem.
Where the temple complex is, or was.
Okay.
There's the Western Wall, and then there's that beautiful mosque that was, I think, built on top of it.
Why don't we go to the Holy Land? Let's have a podcast out there. Let's take
Yeah.
let's take a group and walk where Jesus walked. I mean, it's Good Friday today. Happy Good Friday, everybody.
Oh, that's right. Happy Good Friday, everyone.
I was of the
So
opinion,
remiss.
like one of my friends, I told my friend, I was like, hey, I'm going to yoga tonight. And she's like, well, I'm with my family because Jesus. And I said, well, he's dead today, so come do yoga. Like this
Yeah.
to me,
This is the one day.
This is the one. Yeah. It's like when you're between popes, there's no rules. Like
There's no rules.
God, Jesus and God is dead. Like this
We're
is
so
the one day you
confused.
should be able to masturbate, fuck the boyfriend, even, you know, if you're a guy, fuck your boyfriend, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
This should be the one day where you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's the rule in canon law.
That'd be pretty chill if it was.
I'm not a canon lawyer, but I think that's the rule.
Pope Francis, I'm pretty sure would be okay with it. He's pretty chill. He would be.
But what happens when there are two popes and there are double rules?
Oh, true. Which one do you follow?
You have to follow both of them at the same time.
That's pretty complicated if they're like if they have opposing rules.
Dude, it's crazy that Benedict is like, he's still going. I think if he was Pope, he'd be dead by now. Just because he'd be so tired.
What age was he when he retired? Was he in his 80s?
He's like 97 when he retired, and now he's like 140.
Right. He's like an ent. He just keeps aging.
We can Google that. Hold on.
Okay.
Pope Benedict. Oops, not Benedict. Benedict.
Not a lot of charisma, Pope Benny. Not a lot of it.
Not a lot. He
fragile, weak.
He's 95.
Wow, still cruising.
He's still cruising. He resigned in 2013, so it's been almost 10 years.
I mean, he has to have a comfortable life. He has to.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's had a comfortable-ish life for a while.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like any illness he gets, any back pain he can get massaged out or whatever. I don't
know if he would though.
You think he suffers? I
think he's one of those people that would suffer.
Oh, put the rocks in his shoes and stuff.
Yeah, and be like, this is like the way.
Yeah,
this is what Jesus wants.
Sure.
Nothing wrong.
Love that journey for him. If that's what you're into. Yeah.
If that's what you're into, hey, better that than getting hooked on pain pills.
Yeah, or heroin or something.
Yeah.
Speaking of heroin, I met this girl at the hot tub yesterday, like an older lady. Shouldn't call her a girl if she's an older lady, but she feels weird. I met this chick and she was talking all about, she just word vomited to me. And you feel like there's hostage situations where she's talking about like her daughter or son who was on heroin and meth and stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, all right, I kind of just want to like read my book and, not hear about this right now. Yeah, that's a cool story. I'm glad I shared that on the podcast. I think it'll leave an impact.
It showed your compassion.
Yeah.
Your understanding. Your
God, I'm rusty. This is great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've been up to Cheshire.
Yes, I saw that. Because you posted, you're like, should I stop by? Should I not? That was fun.
I didn't end up going to the house, but I did drive by.
Sure. You did a drive by, or
yeah, I did a drive by and I peed out the window.
Yes. Love that.
I was really thinking of going and taking a picture by the sign, but I didn't want to trespass, first of all. And second of all,
that's respectful.
And second of all, I had to get back.
Right.
I was doing something at 1 a.m. on Sunday. On a Sunday morning.
Who were you doing?
No, I was
just kidding.
Yeah, no, it was a work.
Well, maybe. Okay.
I don't normally work on the weekends, but I, said I would help this person with something, and I made a promise, so I hold up to my promise.
Man, even at 1 a.m, you are a good friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If someone called me at 1 a.m. for a favor, I'd be like, hey, can we just wait till like at least 10 a.m. tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well, it is a Monday. I guess the Sunday thing makes sense then. Yeah, because you can't just. You worked on Monday, I imagine, right? Yeah. I work Monday through Friday. Yeah.
So same. Sunday is my day of catching up.
So it's God's. So
yeah, exactly. It was Shabbos. It was Catholic Shabbos.
Yeah.
But I went up. I met a guy who lives in Cheshire.
Yeah.
So I went up for his birthday, and it was in Southington, which is right down the road from Cheshire.
Oh.
And I thought it was funny. I'm like, what are the odds that you meet someone from Cheshire all the way down here?
Right.
But Anyway,
Hmm.
um,
That's pretty cool, man.
I met an ex-legionary who came down from Toronto. I'm not going to name names. I don't know if he
Sure,
wants to be
sure.
named. But he was in New York City, and
Ah,
that was a fun time, dude. I had to leave early,
yeah.
unfortunately. I mean, I didn't have to, but I kind of had
You
to because
chose to, yeah,
yeah, I didn't want to take a
yeah.
taxi,
Right.
because I would have missed my train.
Sure. That's always
Um,
exciting to run into those.
yeah, yeah, and there were like maybe 4 other ex-legionaries who showed up. No,
Oh,
3.
nice.
I didn't know any of them, um, because they were from other countries and they joined Cheshire after I left.
Mm,
But I thought it was pretty cool to get
yeah.
together. And then like so half of the group was ex-legionary and half the group was not.
What an
So
interesting pairing, huh?
it is so much fun when you get like that
Yeah.
kind of crowd together, because
You
you
know,
have
it's also
inside
really
jokes and
fun. Yeah. You know, it's also really fun is being the one, like just in a group of friends, being an ex legionary, and then you're in the group of friends and they're sharing like their high school and college experiences, and you just have
yeah,
to like kind of nod your head, like, oh,
yeah.
prom. Yeah.
Hmm.
Prom must have been pretty cool. Or like, really studying hard for getting into college and stuff, and like, taking all the tests and ACTs and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
interesting to be in those convos where they reminisce and you're
And you're just
like,
like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And then
that's really neat.
they ask you about something and you're like, yeah, well, we would go hiking. I mean,
I
we
just
hike
start
a lot.
drinking when they do that. I just start drinking. I'm like, hey, y'all keep talking.
Oh no, I love it.
Oh, you
I
you got
love it.
into it? Yeah, you dive
If
in.
because it makes the dynamic so
So
like
uncomfortable.
so uncomfortable, and people are like, I can't tell if this is a bit. Like, is he joking? Because you can't tell a story. Like, you can't say like, oh, we would go hiking and we didn't have assigned seats, but we
Right.
couldn't sit next to the same person every time, obviously. And they're like,
Obvi.
they're like, what? Yeah,
Hold
you
on.
know, you just go
Yo,
on your
school
hike with
stuff.
in your khakis and polos. They're like, what?
Wake up at have 15 minutes to be in the church.
Wake up at
Like
6 and have a prayer screamed at you while you change into your bathing suit under your covers.
go sing to a statue for a little bit
Go
and then
sing
go.
on Saturdays. You'd sing to a statue of Mary,
Oh god.
and you would smell everyone's breath.
Yeah. Oh god, that was rough.
And then you'd still have to make your bed on time, and then you'd squeegee the floors. And
Were you one of the ones who had their bed made before the singing to Mary?
once or twice.
Yes, I had about once or twice as well, because
It really didn't happen
that's
often.
so hard. It was so hard to do. And then it sucked to have to go all the way back to your bed if your bed was far,
Yeah,
and like wrap it up and stuff.
yeah,
I forgot about that little detail, man. That was
yeah, for sure.
not a great time. Saturdays were pretty fun, this is a hike day, right? And
Yeah, I mean,
Saturday's
usually it
the
was
best day of
fun.
the week. Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
Usually a good breakfast, if I
Yeah,
recall. And you're like, oh, I cooked it.
no, because it was oh yeah, no, breakfast was usually okay. Like, as for meals, breakfast was usually good,
Yeah.
I think, in general.
These.
Um, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, just trying to explain that to people, just like being like, oh yeah, we wouldn't talk during meals, so you'd have to quietly ask someone to pass something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'd look at you weird. You're like, oh, oops.
Like, oopsie.
Yeah, you
Oh,
don't want to.
Stuart's still at work. He can't. I was gonna try to get Stuart on the pod, but he's working right
Friend of
now.
the
Thanks,
pod.
brother. Yeah. Ooh, looks like I'm gonna have quite the showing. A few people are gonna join me at karaoke night. Hopefully my anyway.
Nice.
Moving on to what was I gonna tell you? Oh, I want to see this Father Stu movie that's making a big ruckus in the Catholic world right now. There's a lot of I know like one of my former pastors, he said it's like a very true to he said there's a lot of cursing in here, but it's got some pretty realistic moments or something. So I'm like, okay, well, just for sheer curiosity, I want to see what the hype is about in the Catholic world and see if it's because to me, Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson have like zero acting range. They do the same characters in their movies. I
Yeah.
guess Wahlberg's only exception to being the kind of cool tough guy vibe was the other guys, where he was a comedic, but even then it was kind of his similar, just
Did you see Boogie
intense
Nights?
homophobic energy. And Boogie Nights is good. Yeah, that was before he became Catholic, I guess, and
Yeah,
then got kind
yeah.
of strict with his roles and stuff.
That was the only good movie he was in.
Yeah. Isn't there a scene at the end when he pulls his massive dick out and you're just like, God damn, no wonder.
Yeah.
I
He was
wonder
like,
what he thinks about that now,
oh, he's like, it's awful. Like, it's against God. It's against the church. Like,
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Yeah,
Committed a hate crime and then basically just admitted it.
that's cool. I guess it's better he admits it,
Yeah.
And then Mel's not much better. He had his wild days as I guess he's still having them. He still has some very questionable beliefs.
I can't believe. So I was thinking, like, if we all had time, we should do a watching together of the Passion of the Christ.
Oh, that'd be great. Honestly, it's a great soundtrack. I listen to it at work sometimes when I'm having a really bad day.
It's, the soundtrack is okay.
Yeah, it's not bad, and the acting isn't bad. Except I didn't appreciate the casting of Simon. I thought that was kind of a rough casting choice, but I thought the devil was pretty good. The personification
was kind of cool.
Devil was pretty cool.
Um,
Jesus was white, so maybe not the best option there, but
yeah, and Jim Caviezel himself is a little bit nuts now.
But, is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a little bit. He's like QAnon
and he's really gone off the deep end there.
Yeah.
Attractive guy though. He's very, very cute guy.
He still looks the same. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good look. He's also in that movie Bella that got a lot of hype in the Catholic world too.
Oh right, of course it did.
Yeah, running over
nowhere
a child
else.
And isn't that the start of the movie? He runs over a child with his car.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's it's a very Christian thing to run over people with your car. It was in God's Not Dead. I don't know if you remember that movie.
He was in that movie?
No, but someone running over a guy.
The
atheist got run over by a car.
Oh, an atheist did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he go to heaven or hell?
It's a great movie. Oh no, he goes to heaven because he converts right as he's dying.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, which is normal.
Yeah, of course.
And happens a lot.
There was a priest immediately there able to resolve his sins? Or
no,
something?
Not a priest. It was because this was a Christian movie, not a Catholic.
Oh, right,
movie.
Not Catholic. Okay, he got saved right at the last. He got saved
the bell by two Christians. I think it was.
That is the most crazy thing to me, that you can be a piece of shit your whole life and then at the buzzer just Jesus, and then you're fine.
And it's
pretty crazy to me.
It is kind of. It's kind of funny, and that made me think of the thing when I was watching this documentary about the rapture and the end of times. I thought, it's kind of not fair for the people who are there at the end of time when they're not allowed to, when judgment happens like that, where they're not allowed to change their minds, because it's like, this is the first tangible piece of evidence that Jesus actually is the Son of God for most people, and that he actually existed, and this is all real. And you get that kind of confirmation, and then you're not allowed to change your mind. It's like, well, it's kind of messed up. I'm
curious though, just the amount of confusion I have about original sin, I have about the end of times, because say you've died before Jesus comes, does that mean if you're in purgatory you get judged and get to go to heaven, or if you're already in heaven do you get judged again? Or if you're in hell, do you get judged and be I
think purgatory is strictly a Catholic invention. If I could be wrong. Maybe I don't know.
Limbo got nixed. I remember
Limbo is
the Pope came out and was like,
yeah,
it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like this just in, the Holy Spirit told me Limbo's not a thing.
Little birdie told me.
We'll take St. Christopher down too while we're at it. It's kind of
yeah, that went away.
Did Medjugorje go away yet? Is that still a thing?
I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, I remember it was pretty questionable when I was into that. Yeah,
it was questionable for a while.
Yeah,
I know people still believed it anyway.
I remember one of the legionaries went to Medjugorje, and we were in the apostolic school, and he came back and said that his rosary had turned to gold when he was in Medjugorje, and I had my doubts, but
that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm 100% sure it didn't happen.
Right,
he just accidentally, switched rosaries with someone.
Sure.
He dropped his, and someone dropped theirs, and then,
or he just lied through his teeth.
Or he was genuinely convinced that happened and it didn't. But
right.
There are a lot of things that could happen. I'm not calling anyone a liar.
No.
Spencer is.
Yes. to
for
be
those
clear.
listening.
um, yeah.
I
Good
thought
times.
the other thing that I thought was weird, and I was laughing when this was said, was that so the rapture is going to happen, right?
Okay.
And
Sure.
all the believers are going to be taken directly to heaven. They're going to be judged and sent to heaven.
So the
And then,
judgment day is only for people that are on Earth,
well, that's
still
the
on Earth.
confusing thing, because then
Right.
there's still time that passes. So all the believers have been taken at this point.
Oh,
And then this is
interesting.
according to this documentary.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know what kind of Christians they were. I don't know how popular this is. I know this isn't really a Catholic thing, so we might be losing people on this, but
Yeah.
I
Sure.
don't
Sure.
care. It was fun.
I mean, the Catholics still believe in the end of the world or something, right?
Yeah, they don't believe in the rapture part.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm pretty sure, like the idea of the rapture, that people get taken up and then there will be a time of tribulation on the world where there are just non-believers who are confused. And this was, and like they were like, there's going to be confusion, and then the powers that be are going to make up a lie that it was just lasers or aliens that abducted all these people,
Mm,
and they're not, because they're gonna they're gonna be afraid of the truth that it's actually because of and it's like,
that's kooky. Yeah.
and then the people are gonna believe them because of this and that, and it's like,
Hmm.
well, obviously they're, why would they, all the people who believed in Christianity are gone,
Right.
so why would anyone think, oh, it's Christianity? Like,
Right.
of course they wouldn't think that. Why would
They're
they?
gone.
Like,
Yeah.
if all the Muslims disappeared, we wouldn't be like, Islam must be right.
Right. Right.
If anything, we'd be like, oh, they must be wrong.
They're absolutely wrong. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it
That's
made no
interesting,
sense.
huh?
And yeah, they were gonna be like, yeah. I, I forgot the exact point that they made that I was just laughing at, that was like, made absolutely no sense, but that
Sure.
was one of them. um
Well, there will be an end of the world, I imagine. I mean,
yeah, and it might be soon.
The Andromeda galaxy might collide with ours, and then we're
We
fucked.
might nuke each other tomorrow
Yeah, with Russia and all this shit. Yeah, who
with
knows?
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's been a problem since 1945, so who
Right.
knows? But we
Who
might last,
knows?
who knows, we might last for another 5,000 years.
So I guess we do still believe in the end of the world. I guess we just don't claim to know what's going to happen when we're all dead, which is disheartening to me. It'd be of course, it'd be lovely to know what's going to happen. Of course, that's why religion was invented. I've been thinking about this a lot because I got diagnosed with OCD the other day and was just like, OCD is just this like intense craving for certainty about things, essentially,
Mhm.
when you boil it down. And but I don't think OCD is so crazy. It's just a heightened version of anxiety where you're just like, I want to know, I want to know, I want to know. It's just interesting that we live in this uncertain world. And of course, who doesn't want to feel a sense of safety, a sense of like, we know what's going to happen next. We know what that we should make. I mean, that's what this is all about, is this confusion and this turmoil and making decisions, regretting them, making other decisions, regretting those, and dying. Like it's like
Yeah.
Kierkegaard has this quote that I really connected with the other day. Like, yeah, marry someone and you'll regret it. Don't marry them, you'll regret it. This is the essence of philosophy. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Like
Mhm.
every choice we make. Okay, yeah, I'm getting a little weird, but can we steer this back to something people care about?
Yeah.
Diving down this rabbit hole.
Yeah. Oh, so what do you think about the Antichrist? You
What
think
is
the
that
Antichrist is
concept again?
real?
Is that the devil? Is that the same thing as the
There's gonna
devil?
be there's gonna be like someone,
Oh, it's a person. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, who God, who like, sorry, I'm sending a link to someone.
Sure. Is this the person who claims to be Christ and then
No.
oh,
The Antichrist.
yes.
Yeah, it's no. It's just someone who's like very persuasive,
Okay.
and eventually he'll consolidate the one world government and rebuild the temple in Israel.
Whoa, that's quite the accomplishment.
But then he's going to be jealous of all the Jews, and then he's going to go kill them.
Huh.
And he's
But
going to
after building up their temple, he will kill them.
after rebuilding their temple. Yeah.
Huh.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense if you really think about it.
It seems like a lot to do in one lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Consolidate the world into one form of government. That's huge.
Well, at least the European powers.
Oh.
This is what this documentary, which is, they had at least two biblical scholars.
Do you think Putin's the Antichrist?
No.
No. He doesn't have that power, does he?
No, he's
Russia's
not
part of Europe, isn't it? Russia's part of Europe.
Russia is technically part of Europe.
Eastern Europe, yeah.
I don't think that anyone would ever have a Russian as the leader of the world.
Sure.
Just because they're, a natural enemy to parts of Europe. But it's going to be someone persuasive, and then. But apparently, this is going to happen.
Maybe it's Keatsman. Keatsman's very charismatic.
Keatsman is charismatic.
He drinks quite a bit.
You know what?
Who knows what'll happen on one of his benders?
You never know. He's one of those guys. He could just.
I think he would do it just it's out of spite, or like just something. He was bored one day and just decides to do that.
Yeah.
It's a plug for Average Joe's.
One bad stand-up set.
Yeah.
One bad open mic, and just.
He's like, fuck this, I'm rebuilding the temple of Israel.
I'm gonna burn it down.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
And like there's gonna be like a huge army of people, of soldiers. This is after the rapture, so after all the Christians who believe are gone, there's still gonna be a huge army of Europeans, which is believable again. And yeah, it's just so funny. Oh
yeah,
we have a visitor.
Fuck. I love how I don't know who it is. Please keep it a suspense. I want to be surprised by this.
Well, you'll see as soon as the name pops up.
That's also true.
Why is he not joining?
I won't mention anything. Yeah,
you don't know who it is yet?
I'm guessing. But I just want to clear. Yeah.
Why is he not joining? Damn it.
Oh well, he's an idiot. No, briefcase wanker.
He's here, and I added him to the thing, but it's saying joining, and he's not joining.
Good old technical difficulties.
Oh man, this is because you have to go soon.
Probably 15. I'll head out ish.
Oh okay.
Yeah. Because the bar is like literally a 7-minute drive for me.
I can't believe there are bars open on Good Friday.
I know, it's so sinful. I'm gonna get drunk on Jesus's death day. Well, I guess that's honestly a good way to celebrate it. It's like bottoms up for Jesus. Like, what's going on, Watkins? Hey, you're muted. Oh no, you're not. Okay.
So we're already recording.
Yeah.
You're good though. How you doing? Oh, you can't hear you yet. It's okay. Don't worry. This is not a good podcast already, so it's going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's the expectations, we're keeping them pretty low here. So
we don't keep expectations high for anyone, including ourselves. But Jacob has some news for us.
Do I? Oh shit.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's news to people who know you, who maybe don't keep up with you.
Oh yeah, true. I'm a New Yorker, baby.
He's a New Yorker. You're from New York. You fucking cock.
He's lived in New York City longer than I have.
Oh yeah, all of 3 months?
Yeah.
Wait, no, I know it's 4 months now. It's April. Shit, it's April. Fuck. Yeah, I'm about to hit 90 days at work.
Nice.
On Monday, all of my benefits kick in, including my representation by my unions. So if they want to get rid of me, talk to my union rep.
Oh, that is so cool, dude.
Yeah.
That is so cool that you're in a union. You need it in New York. It's so helpful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you're at NYU?
Yeah, I'm at Tisch School for the Arts.
That's
very
so
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm jealous in like a good for you way.
Yes.
Not in a fuck you way, in a good for
Yes.
you
No,
way.
a good little bit of healthy
Yeah.
jealousy is
Yes,
Healthy
envy.
jealousy. Healthy
One of the
envy.
cardinal sins, or one of the deadly sins. What is it? What are they called? The 7 deadly sins. Yes,
Yeah,
super
envy.
deadly.
Mhm.
I was surprised that sloth made it to the list. Come on, that's a deadly sin. Are you out of your fucking minds?
It's never killed me.
Sloth.
Yeah,
I'm just depressed. Fuck off.
for real. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like, and especially when people like wield it against you, like, I want a relaxing day. Like, oh, you're being slothful. You're being like, no, I'm breathing in the air. I'm existing. I'm like loving the moment. Call me horses.
What are the other ones? There's some good ones in there. Pride, I think, is one.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you really.
Anger.
Pride. No, not
Wrath.
anger, wrath.
Wrath.
Yeah,
Yes,
wrath makes sense. Wrath makes sense to
Like,
me.
yeah.
You know, what else? You got
Lust,
there?
of
Lust,
course.
of course. Yeah, you can't be lusting.
The only reason
what
I
is-
know these is from a fucking anime.
Gluttony.
Okay,
Is
we've
gluttony
got
one of them?
gluttony.
Gluttony,
Yes,
yeah.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Wow, we're doing pretty good.
did we already say sloth? Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sloth, gluttony, wrath,
Lust.
lust,
Pride. Envy or jealousy.
Yeah, that's what we said. Envy. That's what it started.
So that's 7.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Sunday school.
I feel like pride is a hard one to identify a little bit, like just being proud of yourself, or I mean,
I always wrapped it up in like, you just think you're better than someone else.
oh, like comparisons. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
just like
sure.
like I'm better than you. Be like, oh,
Which is kind of also envy in a way, like maybe
yeah,
it's kind of wrapped up.
Yeah, definitely.
Twin towers of deadly sins there.
Yeah.
The 2 towers or the twin? I always get the Lord of the Rings and New York City mixed up.
Return
Well, I
of the
mean,
Twin
one
Towers.
happened in 2001, the other one happened in 2002. You know.
Aragorn's like, never forget.
God, I love that fucking movie so much.
It's a good movie. And
Bottoms up for Christ today, y'all. Bottoms up. Let's drink.
yeah, cheers.
That's one thing I have been being in a city where I can now like buy alcohol literally at any corner store. I yet to actually buy any for my own apartment.
Okay.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to hit up that liquor store, babe.
Gotta get that liquor cabinet going.
Jacob, what's new with you, man? What have you been up to these days? Grinding away at work or what?
Yeah. So like moved up to the city January 14th, was semi-squatting at a abandoned convent for 3 months. Finally got myself a nice little apartment here down at Bath Beach, Brooklyn, so South Brooklyn. I'm like 2 stops away from Coney Island. It's beautiful.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then just been working hard. I think I had my probationary review on Monday, and my boss is just like, yeah, you stepped up to the plate multiple times, you anticipated needs and stuff like that. Like, yeah, filling in where I can. And
can't help being on the you're getting a little prideful on me, Jacob. So keep an eye out on that deadly sin creeping in.
But,
I'm kidding. Good job, man. I'm proud of you.
Like the only downside is that like I am technically in charge of the student workers that like, because like they're the primary ones who actually like hand out the equipment to the students and take it back in. And so there's a lot of time when like if no one's like looking for equipment or anything like that, they're kind of just like sitting on their phones. And some of the people higher up in the department don't like seeing them like just sit around and waste time. That sloth coming out.
Sloth is creeping in.
So they're just like, you got to give them tasks to do. I'm just like, half the time they're doing homework, the other half they're taking a break from doing homework because they don't want to do that anymore. Like
you're like, I'm not a Cheshire assistant. Like, come on now. Let's give them a break.
I'm not gonna make up I'm gonna make up tasks for them.
Imagine you start making them enforcing obedience and lines and shit like that, like ringing a bell.
It's
hard pass.
Yeah, definitely hard pass.
Yeah. That's cool, man. I'm really happy for you. It's a lot of big changes in your life. And
definitely.
You eating Joe's Pizza every day, or
no? See, this is one thing that's happened. Like young students, young people out there who are listening to this, don't get old. You get old, your body falls apart. In my case, I became lactose intolerant.
No.
So like I can't have pizza anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
And
no.
you're in the best place for it.
Exactly.
Best place in the
Sabario's
world.
right
Damn, just
around
rub
the
it
corner.
in. Hey, at least you won't fall into gluttony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Cool, man.
there's a Twisted Wings though. Have you ever had?
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a little tiny like wing shop like down the block from me. So for like $20 you get 7 wings, a thing of like a large fry. They take like one of those like hamburger boxes, like the old school like clamshell hamburger. They just fill to the top with fries.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like a can of Coke for $20. And I'm like, perfect.
Good deal.
Yeah, and not only that, I can order it on my phone for pickup. So I order on my phone for pickup, wait 5 minutes, and then leisurely stroll down, pick it up.
That's lovely.
Just, then sprint back as fast as I can, so it's nice and warm.
Oh man. And now you just moved there. So have you experienced the cold? And I guess not, right? Or a little bit.
I mean, there were a few days that were really cold.
Right.
This winter wasn't that bad.
That's nice.
It sucked because like my second day in New York City, it snowed, which wasn't too bad. I like the snow. It was wintertime. It was January. I had gone to see a movie. Can't remember what it was. Oh, it was Kingsman, but that doesn't matter much to the story. I leave and there's like slush on the ground, and I'm walking through, and then that's how I found out there was a hole in the heel of one of my shoes.
Oh no!
So like, luckily I only had to walk like 2 blocks back to this old convent I was staying at.
Can you tell us about the convent too?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm getting like we just kind of brushed past that.
We did
3 months. Jeez.
Yeah.
What?
In the garment district, like if anybody in New York City, they at least heard of B&H, like the big, it's the big place to get photography equipment. So it's like my mecca. It was great.
Yeah,
right up the road from that is this Catholic church that used to have a school and a convent that the nuns who taught the school would live at. And then after the school closed down, the nuns still stay at the convent until they're like 3 of them left and they're all in their 80s. They got finally shipped themselves out, and the pastor of the church is just like, oh hey, I have this big empty building. Rent is really hard to come by in New York, so make a little residency for some Catholic artists. And so there's there. Hey. But he retired at the beginning of COVID. So he retired. So the interim pastor who's there doesn't want to take care of it. So he's more or less like kicked everyone out except for these 2 guys. And these 2 guys have been on like a 3-month notice all throughout COVID. So I met one of them through a mutual acquaintance. And he's just like, you're not really supposed to move in. No one's allowed to move in permanent. But since it's only temporary, pay me $20 a week, not $20, $200 a week, and you get a room. And so that's what I did. So I moved up with just enough clothes for like 2 weeks, my computer, and that was it.
Nothing, no hauntings, like no haunting. Okay.
That was actually, that was good.
Yeah.
But like, I was nice enough that the one room I was in, actually, the guy who was in it before me did some like remodeling. So they're like, he put up like plywood on everything. So like, because like the paint was peeling, it looked like it should have been haunted. Like I was really ready for it to be haunted, for me to hear bumps in the nights and stuff like that, because I had an entire 4th floor all to myself.
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
It was
creepy as hell, but I like it.
So fucking creepy.
Yeah. Was it really dark and damp and stuff like that, or?
Oh yeah, the room literally right next to me had a leak in the ceiling. So like I freaked out one time when it rained really bad, because I just hear all this water coming in. And I'm just getting like oh my god, last thing I want to do, because like one of the guys, the guy that I knew, he's like an entrepreneur, and he spent like all of February in Brazil, just hanging out in Brazil. Ooh. So I'm just like, I don't know the other guy who's living. I don't know his phone number. I rarely see him.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what do I do? And then I see a note on the door finally that says like, leak in ceiling, fix ... question mark. You're just like, oh, okay, so they know that this place is falling apart around us. Great.
Right.
But yeah, so
I was in a monastery for like a semester in college because they gave you like free room and board if you told them like, hey, I'm thinking about being a priest and maybe I'll check out the monk life. And it was kind of a cool setup. They did say there were hauntings though. They said that all of the monks said, I didn't experience them, but the monks said that at night, sometimes on rare occasions, you'll see like a ghost like walking up and down the halls and stuff. They all believed it very firmly. And they were telling me over Easter with the strongest martini to this day that I've ever had in my life. And I'm just sitting there drinking it, playing dominoes with them going, my God.
I mean, I was sure wasn't
I'm like, I'm on that floor. Thanks for sharing now. Right.
Like
maybe it was like a nice, maybe it was a nice
like,
ghost.
Like pace. Who was the one brother who would like do like a fucking laps at Icus?
Father Justin?
I don't think it was Father Justin. I thought it was one of the brothers who would like. You would think it was Father Justin, but it was like.
Well, he was Brother Justin at the time, right?
Oh no, he was Father when I was around.
Oh, okay.
He had just been ordained.
And
everyone was pissed because all the other schools got to go to Rome to see it except for us, and he was at our school.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
But yeah, no, it's probably just Father Jason just doing the laughs up and down. It wasn't a ghost.
Could have been. Yeah. Do you believe in ghosts? Are you into that?
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things that there's enough occurrences of them, enough documentation that I can't rule it out.
Sure.
Like I've been doing some light reading, and so like I've seen some people think of it like it's like a blur between like different dimensions. Like it's not like an actual ghost, but it's like it's like an extra dimensional being, which kind of makes sense, like from like a quantum, physics sort of thing. Yeah, I don't really think that it's like a dead person coming back to life,
right?
But it's more of the weakening between that.
Right.
I saw somebody. I saw TikTok of someone doing a theory where, like, since like right now time and space is expanding, and that means that at some point it should start retracting again. And what if, as things retract, like space is just moving backwards, and so we're just seeing like reality like coming at us from a different direction. So it's kind of like Tenet meets like Ghostbusters or whatever. Like, he obviously was high, and
right?
He was explaining it like eyes squeezed, like, but like it's like time coming at us from the other direction. I'm just like, that's neat, I guess.
Yeah.
It's
like maybe put the weed down and let's have
let's
have this conversation sober.
Right.
No, that's kind of cool though. I'm down for that being real. Like whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of exciting if we could in our lifetimes find out that some of that's real. Like I'd love it if an alien either just invaded or just hung out a little bit.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, I think the same way with like some of those like cryptid beasts, like Native American ones. They're just like there's so many animals we don't know about that. Yeah, for sure, there could be some wacky shit out there we just haven't seen because they don't want us to see them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, or like you said, interdimensional stuff where it's like inexplicable, which is like one of those UFO things that like the Navy recently said was like, it's real, we just don't know what it is. One of those things that was like a tic tac looking
the flying tic tac,
and like it defied all physics and all of the like every explanation possible.
It made like a right angle turn just like randomly. Something like that.
Like without changing velocity, it just
that's insane.
Like, just turns. And these fighter pilots they tried to get close to it, and then they couldn't. It was. I mean, the fighter pilots even talk about it, and it's pretty nuts. And it's like I don't think that those guys were seeing things. I think that there was something there they couldn't explain, and that didn't wasn't even part of this world in a way that, like, I don't know if it makes sense, but
Yeah.
like, it's not there to interact with us or the world. It just happens to be crossing at this time, and it disappeared out like nothing.
That's fucking crazy, man. That's so interesting. Like, I want to go see the Lights of Martha in somewhere out in Texas. It's like this phenomenon that they can't explain, where these lights just pop up somewhere when the sun goes down or something. It's kind of odd. Just like these little balls of light moving around or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. I love the unexplainable shit. That's so interesting to me.
Yeah, I do too. As long as it doesn't actually happen to me, I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. My body filled with light, and now I have
Yeah.
COVID, or
Well,
like, I don't know.
Do you guys know about SCPs? SCPs?
Yes.
STDs?
No,
Those two.
SCPs. Secure Contain Protocol. Is that what's?
I think that's what it stands for. Yeah.
Interesting.
Or Secure Contain Protect. I don't know.
I got two screens now. I can look.
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Let me
Why are we not
do
looking
the-
this up? It's Spencer, you have to get into this. It's like a religion.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so cool.
The SCP Foundation.
Yeah.
Especially if you like, because Spencer, you do like creative writing and shit like that, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you would like it.
You would get into this shit.
This is one of the biggest creative writing projects in the world.
Yeah, secure, contain, protect.
Yeah, secure, contain, protect. I did a deep dive on it before I got sick, and then I was like hallucinating, and I was like, because I was like half sleeping, half awake, and then I was like, oh, what if this is an SCP, and then this thing is, and it was just like, it was really cool, but I don't remember any of it, unfortunately. But SCPs are like things that you exist that are like dangerous or not. Or they like do certain. It's hard to explain, but once you read about it, you're like, oh, okay, cool. They don't exist.
Yeah, it's kind of like the way that I've always seen is like made up mythical beasts. That's like, but it's from like a scientific point of view, where it's like, oh, we are, we're this agency. We go out, we find these, crazy and strange, like unattainable things. Like there was one of actually I just saw. I get SCP on my TikTok feed, but there was one of them. It was like a Ronald Reagan tape. So it's a homemade tape of a Ronald Reagan speech that every time it plays, the speech changes.
Yes.
And like it starts to and Ronald Reagan starts to deteriorate. And so sometimes he's talking about some very, very dark things. Other times he's talking about like anecdotes that happened in his life that actually never happened in his life. And so it's like, that's a very harmless SCP, but it is something that's strange and unusual and shouldn't be out in the public. So it's being contained in, a warehouse.
Whoa.
But it goes
different. They have different ways of containing things, and like sometimes the SCP is contained by having someone look at it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Is that it's kind of like the weeping angels from Doctor Who, that it can only move when no one else is looking at it. So to be able to go in and clean its containment area, two people have to go in and one person has to look at it at all times and be like, I'm going to blink now. So the other person can look at it as the person then blinks. So that, because if not, then you're both dead. And yeah, so there's a bunch of them. And it started off as just one guy just doing a creative writing project. And then it slowly just morphed into a bunch of people adding him in. My favorite one is the endless IKEA, that it looks like a normal IKEA.
So yeah,
go inside.
It sounds like what I experience, honestly.
You don't come out. There are people who are just lost there. There's entire civilization of people, because every night these mannequin-esque employees come up and they're like, it's time for you to go. And if you don't go, they more or less beat you to death with their hands. And so you have to be okay, we have this small encampment of humans who are trying to survive in aisle A through E. As every night, we during the day we scavenge for food, get those Swedish meatballs and whatever, make a barricade, because at night the employees will show up and we have to beat them off before they try to kill us all.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I love that.
Cool.
And energy. Yeah.
I think it has a real chance to become a religion someday,
Oh, easily.
because there's all the mythology around it, like the
Mhm.
members of this council that run the SCP Foundation are
Yeah,
like
there's just so much more.
mythological. It's just such a cool, silly thing that you can get sucked into, and it's just
Super
one of those
cool.
things that, like, once you know about it, it becomes like an information hazard. But anyway, yeah, sorry to bring that up. I just thought it was I thought it was pretty
Oh yeah,
pretty cool.
I'd probably better head out, y'all, but y'all keep
you
keep
gotta
going.
go.
Keep the conversation
Jacob, if you
flowing.
want to keep going, we can.
Oh yeah, I got.
Oh, hell
I got
yeah, dude.
Nothing better to do.
I'm gonna go
Hell
bottoms
yeah.
up for Jesus. So
Okay. See you
drinks up.
later, Spencer.
Later, boys.
See ya.